Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Generation Selects Decepticon Sandstorm. So that's the Decepticon Sandstorm, which is a Seeker, not to be confused with the Autobot Triple Changer. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents that come within the box. We're going to have a look at how he displays in both modes to see which is best. And of course, we'll do some comparisons with him and some other Seeker jets and some of the figures in the same toy line. Now, I cannot do another comparison with a original Generation 2 as it would have been Sandstorm figure, and that is because it was a figure that basically never was released. It was on the design table. There are pictures of it. I can get you some pictures and show you in a second. It was very, very nearly released, but with G2 not doing as well as I suppose they expected it to, it never came to fruition. Before we open the box, you've just seen me there, let's have a quick look at the exterior. And with it being a Generation Select, we've got the quite dull, let's be honest, cardboard box. I do like this logo though, but they could have done so much more. There it is. This is also in the War for Cybertron trilogy. And this is a Voyager class figure, so it's quite big. Let's have a look inside. It's also, I like all these hieroglyphics here as well. It also uses, it's a redeco, it might be a right retool, but I know it's a redeco of Ramjet from the same toy line, but I haven't actually got one of him either. So this is going to be interesting. And again, with all the new figures that I like to do reviews on, if I know I'm going to be purchasing them, I don't watch anybody else's reviews. So if I get anything wrong, please tell me, please let me know. And of course, I'll correct myself. But yeah, I like to look at these with fresh eyes, and that's why I also keep the transformation processes to a separate video as well. Well, as you can see, that is the contents of the packaging. We've got the normal, as you'd expect, instructions. He's looking really good. He's all inside there. What I'm going to do right now then is I'm going to set him free from there, and we will continue the video from there. Here he is then, straight from his plastic casing. There's a couple of things that I want to make you guys aware of just before we continue. The first thing is that when I was taking these missiles out, these are so well tucked into here that I literally nearly, and I saw a stress mark appear on one of these trying to push it out. So just be aware of that yourself. They are so snugly tight inside there, so that is just something to be aware of. I did literally see, as I say, a stress mark start to appear, so I had to attack it at a different angle, shall we say. The other thing as well is I forgot to mention in my haste of opening this that I purchased this from Robot Recruits in the UK. Fantastic for them to get it, so thanks to them for getting hold of it and sending it out to me. So let's have a look at the figure then. So as we'd expect, with it being a new figure, we've got, of course, full rotation in the shoulder, all the way around, out to the side, elbow or forearm, however you want to call it, or bicep rather. Wrists, nope, they're not doing, they're just moving up and down, but I think that's going to be for transformation purposes. Again, got no experience with this particular mold. Let's have a look. No, there isn't a waist. There is, of course, the hips. You can see you can move that up. These will go right out to the side, all the way forward. There is a knee bend. There is like an ankle tilt. Yeah, the front and back, you can pose that there. Pretty much as you'd expect. It looks really good. Look how menacing his red eyes look. You can't go wrong with a Seeker. You just can't go wrong with a Seeker. Look at the detail there. We're going to see this quite a bit more in a second when we go to the alternate mode, but this is just a very quick once over as we have a look at him. Great bit of detail on the back. As I mentioned in the first part of the video, and I'm going to keep showing you little bits as I go through it, this is taken from the book The Vault. There is some original, what was going to be packaging artwork for G2 Sandstorm, but as I say, he never made it to fruition, and again, he was just going to be a redeco of G2 Ramjet. So there you go. It's nice to actually see this figure in the flesh and own one. When we come back, you're going to see him in his alternate mode. So here he is in his alternate mode, and it's lovely. Look at it. Again, apologies for not doing the transformation. That will be on a separate video if you really want to see it for yourselves. I don't want to spoil it for you guys who are intending on getting this for yourself. The desert camo on the back and on the roof is lovely. Yeah, it's just great. Look at it. There's the detail on the nose cone. It's such a great homage to the figure that we never got. I've got another thing here to show you. This is a screenshot from TF Wiki, and this is exactly the figure that we would have had in Generation 2 if it would have been released. So this is obviously one of their test shots, and you can still see there, see the detail on the nose cone. So it's absolutely brilliant that it looks pretty much exactly like it would have done all them years ago. So let's have a quick look at this again. It's based on the F16 XL prototype. It's a Seeker. It looks brilliant. If you want to be picky, there's quite a bit of empty sort of space around here, and I've just read as well that there wasn't any waist articulation in it due to this sort of reason, but you can't see any of that when it's in this position. You've got a 5mm peg on the top of there, so if you want to, you can just put one of the guns in the roof like so, or you can take another, of course, Battlemaster or Fossilizer and attach it there. Now you've got the normal ports underneath. You can also see you've got the ports on the side of the legs and coming up there, so there's so many different ways that you can attach the weapons to these to make it how you want to display. We've got the lovely Decepticon logos there as well. I'm just noticing more and more things as I have a look at it, and I'm really impressed with it. I also realised that I forgot that I have a Generation 2 one of this mould, so I remembered as I was doing the transformation, but I can bring that up for some comparisons pretty much in a second now when we come back and he's going to be in his robot mode for the final time. So then, back for the final time in his robot mode, fully transformed again. And again, he just looks brilliant. I'm very impressed with this figure. I love the translucent plastic in the faux nose cone there, and it's really, really shiny coming through the back there. You can probably see it just looks great, to be honest. Really impressed. So again, with the accessories, it's up to you what you want to do. You can pop them in his hands. You could pop them on the side of his shoulders, which is where I'm going to pretty much put them. Or you could even, if you wanted to, you could put them out of the way, either on the back of the wings, or again all around on the front. He's even got holes on the underside of his forearm, so you could pop them there as well. There's so much choice with what you can do with these figures, and it is really good, to be honest. It does allow, I imagine being a kid with these is so much fun, with the fact that you can just display things pretty much however you want to. So again, the original figure was never released, but the original figure was heavily based on this particular guy. There he is, and again, cone heads. Some people don't display them with the heads up, but they are the cone heads, unfortunately, and that's what they were designed to be doing. So he's pretty much based on him. Let's move him out of the way right now. Let's have a look at him compared to just a normal Seeker, which is this guy. So of course it's different because this is based on the Cybertronian mold, but it looks good. And then here's the guy that I completely forgot that I had. So I do have a bit of experience with the mold. It is, of course, the G2 Generation Select version of Ramjet. And then the other one, which we've got, which makes the display, finishes it off nicely, is this. So again, I have to thank Robot Recruits, because that's where I brought this from. And I really didn't think we were going to get this in the UK. For some reason, he just was so difficult to get hold of. He's a great figure. He's been out for quite some time though, so I know this video is going to be a bit late for a lot of people in the States who've got him, but maybe if you're on the fence, or maybe if all of a sudden, like us, we've been lucky enough to be able to order them, I hope this has helped you with your decision if you wanted to get one. Great figure. Again, you can't really go wrong with Seekers. Hope you enjoyed looking at it. I hope it helped you with the decision. Keep your ideas, suggestions coming forward, and of course, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.